Okay, so week one, winter 2021 anime. It's a new year, new season. And the theme of this season seems to be season two, season two, season two, with some isekai sprinkled on. So yeah, a bunch of sequels to just like great shows. Promise Neverland, ReZero Part 2, Slime Isekai, B-Stars, the quintessential quintuplets, Cells at Work, which is kind of funny because there's also a Cells at Work Black airing at the same time. So yeah, just like a oversaturation of Cells at Work right there. And then Laid Back Camp. Yeah, there's a bunch of just cool shows. There's also stuff like So I'm a Spider, So What, where some dude just gets isekai'd into a spider. So yeah, not all of these shows have started airing yet, but I'll review the ones that exist. Also for Beastar Season 2, I think it's airing in Japan. You could easily watch it, but I'll wait a bit. I think just July. It'll come out on American Netflix and I'll just binge it. And with that, let's get into it. Okay, so for Promise Neverland Season 2, Episode 1. I've been highly anticipating this Season 2. I actually enjoyed the Season 1 so much that I held off on reading the manga. The little kids have to use their 200 IQ to outsmart the demonic world ahead of them. So it kind of starts off with the kids, Emma, Ray, and all of them running away from this giant demonic monster. And they're just like in the forest trying to survive. And then we rewind time maybe like a day before this happened. And we just see all the kids trying to survive, getting water, trying to avoid all the demons, and just like cover their tracks. So yeah, the world kind of expanded a lot. Where it turned from escaping the orphanage, trying to be sneaky, to just like an open world survival type of environment. I was actually curious how like these kids would survive winter, like get resources, use the bathroom, just anything, because they just like have no experience at the outside world. They're looking for William Minerva, who was marked in the library books. They have a Morse code pen that they got from Norman. And then they find message and the coordinates to get to William Minerva, so that's their main goal. And then after that, they get chased by demons. So yeah, it's kind of obvious that this would happen soon because they're kids running away from the orphanage. They don't have too many places to go for shelter. And then the demons have like superior powers and speed. So a bunch of little kids versus demons. The demons would probably win if they catch up. Ray separates from Emma. Emma actually collapses from her ear infection since she and Ray cut off their ears before. Emma was just working so hard to make sure that everyone stays safe that she just collapses from fatigue. And it looks like Ray was about to die since he was confronted by like 3 demons. He just walked in front of them and said, oh, everyone else died. So he's trying to sacrifice himself for everyone. I thought they'd really kill Ray right here, just like start off the first episode with a shock. But no, he gets saved by like some big strong demon on a horse. All these demon designs kind of look like Bloodborne, so very cool there. Also, Emma and her squad get saved by this purple-haired girl. And then the purple-haired girl is like the demon we saw in the cover art. She's probably a big, important player here. She's nice so far. They're taken into like some cave hideout, so there's some shelter there. Ray and Emma are reunited, but now they're confronted by these 2 demons who they don't know what's gonna happen. Like we don't know if these demons are gonna eat the people. There's a bunch of creepy stuff happening. In the OP, there's a bunch of rabbits on plates. I'm afraid some kids are gonna die, but overall, this season 2 is great. It's a totally different setting, but it has the same tension. We have more mysteries, more world building. Emma and Ray are the main characters now so far, and yeah, new demons coming up. So as I thought it'd be like kind of an outdoor survival story, no, it's just like kids interacting with demons now. And yeah, I'm really excited for episode 2 because I really want to know what these demons are and what they do. Okay, so for ReZero Season 2, Part 2, yeah, we just had Part 1 in the spring 2020, and now Part 2's coming up. Part 1, it started off pretty strong, with like Rem sleeping, Subaru going through like both sides, the sanctuary and the mansion, and just like dying each time. But then overall, just like nothing really happened except like we met a bunch of witch waifus. Here, episode 1, we actually get some good lore that I was expecting last season. Otto shapes Subaru up. He tells him that Subaru can act big, but he's not strong enough to do everything himself. You just gotta rely on your boys once in a while. So this is kind of obvious, but of course the way the story is written, Subaru is the main character, and his personality, like he wants to charge forward and do everything himself. And he also has the burden of the return by death. He can't tell anyone about it. But yeah, Otto shapes him up a bit. He got a little character development from the witches before as well. And now he acts a little tough. He goes to Roswell and says, I want to make a gamble between you. Roswell is kind of surprised, but he's like, okay. And then Subaru wants to save Rosewall. That's like his side. He's like, if I rescue Amelia and the people in the mansion and the people in the sanctuary, and without dying, so he's hard stuck right now in this timeline, or else he's gonna lose this gamble, then Rosewall will be saved as well. If not, Subaru probably has to sacrifice one side. After that, Subaru meets up with Ryuzu to get some information, maybe some help. Ryuzu reveals that there are actually 4 active Ryuzus right now, and they have different types of memory. Like, one of the Ryuzus, I think, lost her memory because she tried to save Garfield. He was doing the Trials of the Sanctuary. So yeah, that's there. So far there's 4 Ryuzus. They're separate, and now we know. So I'm not sure what part that will play, but it is interesting. And now this is the big part. We get Amelia's backstory. Finally. Like, we don't know why Amelia is this like, kind of sweet, powerful, witch-looking elf girl. We don't know anything about her. We don't know why she's so sad, why she's so demure, why she's so nice, why she's doing the royal selection. But yeah, we get that here. So Amelia was frozen in a forest, like in a block of ice. She starts remembering this during her trial. She tells Subaru this, because Subaru says it might be good to communicate it. It might make you feel better. So then her whole kind of clan, her family, was frozen in ice. But then she was unfrozen, I think with the help by Puck. So Puck made a contract, and now they're like hanging out together. But none of Amelia's family or village was unfrozen, so she's just by herself. Also, the contract that Puck created makes Amelia kind of suppress these memories. So Puck kind of helps Amelia, but it kind of also hurts her because she just forgets her past and is like kind of living a fake life. And then Rosewall came in. He says he offers to unfreeze her family if she wins the royal selection. So that's the whole reason she's doing it. And we don't know what Rosewall's motives are. But yeah, she's trying to save like her frozen family. Also, the people in the village seem to hate her. So that's interesting. It's just like we got a little taste of her backstory. We got a big chunk, but there's still more to uncover. So then at the end, Amelia sleeps. And then she starts remembering her memories again. Subaru convinces Puck to break the contract, where she had a seal on her memories. So now Puck breaks it. Puck just leaves Amelia, probably forever. She's crying. She's like, Subaru, Puck, they all betrayed me. It's pretty emotional by her, but yeah, it's like, we need these characters to speed up and solve their problems. Stop crying all the time. So yeah, a strong start to the season. We get these good backstories. We get Subaru's motivations, and hopefully soon we'll save the sanctuary, the mansion, and we'll solve all these problems. Okay, so for Salsa Works Season 2, Episode 1. Yeah, we're back. David Productions giving us Salsa Works Season 2. Very nice, educational, scientific anime. Season 1 was very amazing. It's nice because it kind of started a trend where it's just like educational, scientific anime. There's also Dr. Stone, like the dumbbell lifting anime that like kind of teaches you about your body. And yeah, Season 2 is here. The OP is like a banger because I really love the Season 1 OP where they're just like 1, 2, 3, 4, we ourselves at work. And yeah, this one is like the same type of theme where both the red blood cell and white blood cell are singing. It really feels just like a continuation of Cells at Work, like they haven't missed a beat. Here we see the same old characters, our lost red blood cell and then the murdering white blood cell, the macrophages, the killer T cells, all of them. And then in this story we get some platelets. So you know the little lolly platelets that everyone loves? So one of them is like pretty weak. She's like kind of half as strong as everyone else. So when the platelets try to bond to each other or carry like coagulation factors and stuff, she's holding everyone back because she's not strong enough to like support everyone. So she tries to like lift these coagulation factors to strengthen her body. And she also has like this backwards cap instead of a frontwards cap, so her nickname is Backwards Cap Chan. Like a kind of cool supporting story for her to just like lift herself up. And we didn't get a lot of platelet backstory first season. They were just like in the back, just like being cute and working hard. So here we get a bump on the body, probably to the head. So there's internal bleeding that has to be dealt with. So if there's internal bleeding, the blood cells are kind of like escaping in zero gravity, but they're not like leaving the body. So then the platelets still have to seal up this hole. They try to bind each other together, seal up all the stuff with the coagulation factors. And we also see the platelet mommy. So we meet the mega karyocyte. She's like the mother of all platelets, and she's the largest cell in the bone marrow, and then she's the one that produces these platelets. And then she's kind of scary, like a big mother figure. She's actually holding like a baby platelet. She has a good parental strategy to help the platelets do their job. She offers them a gold medal to whoever performs the best at sealing the wound. So yeah, all the platelets work hard. The leader platelet, she actually drops one of the coagulation factors needed to bind the thing. Backwards Cap jumps for it. They all bind together to save her under this pit, and then they all go back and everything's fine. So fun episode, just like more cells at work. Now we get the platelet story. They're introducing new cells that we haven't seen before. And yeah, the theme of working hard every day, it's very fun. And then now for Cells at Work Black, episode 1. This is airing concurrently with Cells at Work season 2, but a different animation studio. So I was kind of afraid there might be too much Cells at Work oversaturation. Just because, yeah, not even a lot of people watch Cells at Work, they just watch the highlights on YouTube. But I heard a lot of good things about Cells at Work Black, and after watching it, it actually is like a different feel. Like, even if it has like similar body structures and character designs, like, it's still like its own story. So there's a red blood cell, he's a male, and he just graduated the academy. They watch a training video where everyone in the body is happy. They're saying, oh, we should work together. And it's just gonna be like a nice, working, healthy relationship. But once they're actually in the real world trying to deliver oxygen and stuff, they realize that this body is actually like kind of screwed. So they have to constantly deliver oxygen over and over. They're overworked. Most of the body is like clogged and there's like a lot of problems happening. Everyone's just depressed that they have to work so hard. So the symptoms of this body seem to be just like fatigue, bad diet, smoking. So like maybe typical unhealthy type of behaviors that are all just compacting into this one hard body. It shows how your cells have to work so hard when you don't take care of yourself, just because like, yeah, more oxygen needs to be delivered. The oxygen's going into like their crucial vital organs instead of like rest of the body, so you're just like more tired. And then a new thing comes, carbon monoxide poisoning. So this is something I didn't know. I know carbon monoxide is like super dangerous to you, but apparently it attaches to the hemoglobin of your red blood cells, and then it just like paralyzes them. There's nothing they can do, and then they just die. Like the capillaries are constricting, and then all of the red blood cell senpais just like die. So he's the only one left in like their group, and he has to kind of rebuild the fort. He meets a white blood cell that saves him, and then she tells him, you still have to keep working, like don't give up. And his white blood cell is like a waifu now, so yeah, gender swapped red and white blood cells. These seem to be our main characters. And yeah, very interesting first episode of Cells at Work Black, because yeah, it's probably just gonna cover more grimy stuff in the body that the normal Cells at Work has not covered. And yeah, it'll encourage you to stay healthy, so your platelets, your red blood cells, your white blood cells, everything will just like be happy and rewarding to you. Okay, so for Laid Back Camp Season 2, Episode 1. Wow, more Yuru Camp really quickly. It seems like Season 1 just came out, but yeah, we have Season 2. More of the same characters. Whoever you like, Rin, Nadeshiko, or the rest of the cast, they're all there. It's a New Year's theme right now. Rin is camping by herself again, and her grandfather might make an appearance. So her grandfather is some legendary camper. More slice of life camping feels. We will see where they go with this, what seasons they uncover, what new camping techniques we learn, maybe food, cooking, gathering, and friendship. If you did like Yuru Camp Season 1, or you just want to see something comfortable, yeah, this season seems to be just as good. Okay, so for Horimiya Episode 1, this is a romance anime, very chill. I heard it's based on an old manga, maybe like 8 years ago, so yeah, I guess highly anticipated romance anime. The basic premise was there's a girl named Hori and a dude named Miyamura, and both kind of have different personalities in school. Hori seems to be the popular, uptight, cool, perfect, and Miyamura seems to be like the long, black-haired, depressing loser. But then like the truth comes out, Hori actually has like a little brother she takes care of. She's actually kind-hearted, maybe kind of like a mess, a little relaxed at home, while Miyamura has like a bunch of tattoos and piercings. So it's not really extreme, like these aren't like big life-changing secrets, but yeah, it's just like they don't want their kind of other personalities getting released in school. I guess every high schooler kind of deals with that, like they have like kind of several personality types. They're trying to discover themselves, but it's just like a romance between them. Yeah, episode 1, they kind of developed that a lot. Miyamura rescues Hori's brother from being lost, and they just live together from then. Like Miyamura buys food sometimes. He hangs out a lot. Plays with her brother. Yeah, it's funny how Miyamura, he has to like hide his tattoos and piercings. He doesn't want everyone to know. Like it might be like bad. He might get expelled. So yeah, it seems to be a classic romance anime. But if you want to slow down on the romance, then you can put this on like maybe your plan to watch list and come back to it later. Okay, so for the quintessential quintuplet season 2, it's finally out. The best harem with the godlike character designs. We got the quintuplets. They're dumb as ever, failing their tests. So we start off at the hospital where Futaro like hurt his head, and he remembers all 5 of the quintuplets like trying to meet with him. Nino is very kind of infatuated with him now. So overall, the typical harem comedy romance relationship show. I did read the manga, so I kind of know what happens, but yeah, overall probably more nice romance happening. I really love the character designs and voice acting in this anime, so that's why I keep watching. These harem type of shows, they're kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine, so the second season will probably do more things with the girls. Maybe give us new characters and quirky situations. Okay, so for Attack on Titan, the final season, episode 5. Oh my god, it's happening. Stuff is happening. Tension is built up. I love it. Tiber is like revealing this play while Eren is talking to Reiner in this underground building underneath the play building. So most of this stuff is stuff we already know, but I guess seen in like a different perspective. It tells us how the Eldians killed a lot of people, and then like some dude from the Marleyan side, his name is Helos. He helped save the people by making the Eldians kill each other, and then he exiled the king to the island, and yeah, they have peace now. But then the king could attack at any time. But the real story that we know from inside the Paradise Island is that the king inside of the walls, his name was King Fritz. He said that I want peace, and as long as you don't bother us, we won't bother you. Like it's all chill here. So it's fake news how Tiber was like working with the Marleyans to control the Eldians from the island. It was actually the Eldians had all the power from the island. So like Tiber revealing this, it's not like a big shock, but I guess it just makes people freak out. Like the Tiber family is a fraud. The people in the island are good. But then the bad part of it is that there was like a revolution in the island where Eren got the founder Titan, and now he's planning to attack. And everyone seems to be prepared, like all the soldiers and stuff. They know some shit's gonna happen today. And yeah, Eren is talking to Reiner in the meantime. He's saying how, oh, we're both the same, which is like pretty cool. Reiner was the one who wanted to charge forward. Bertolt and Annie wanted to dip and protect themselves, but then Reiner says, no, we gotta destroy the wall for our people. We gotta save the world. Similar how Eren wants to destroy all Titans and save his world. So yeah, Reiner kind of created his own worst enemy here. It's really cool seeing how Eren developed 4 years later. He's just like a savage now, just like he has a plan, he's cool, calm, calculating. Eren has like the true power of the Founder Titan where he can control all other Titans. And no one else has this power since the Tiber family is like bound to a promise, so only Eren and like other outsiders can control this power. So then it's basically a declaration of war in this play. And as he declares the war, Eren rises up. Reiner tries to protect Falco, and Eren transforms into the Attack Titan. So yeah, random ass Attack Titan flying into the city, destroying the play building, and the episode ends with him holding Tiber, kind of like maiming him. So I don't think Tiber died right here, since the Warhammer Titan will probably make an appearance next episode. So yeah, it's just like extreme escalation right here. We were in the island last season, and now we just start off in the mainland. Eren attacking, all his comrades are there. They have like a plan set up. We don't know how deep it goes, but so far they isolated the Cart and Jaw Titan. They threw them under a pit. They did that Looney Tunes thing where you cut down a trapdoor with the rope and then they just fall down. And they can't transform, there's not enough room. So I'm excited to see like how deep this war goes. And we'll see how the Marleyans and Eldians interact with each other, because now they have like a common enemy in Eren. Okay, so for Higurashi When They Cry, episode 14. So second half of Higurashi is coming. Oyashiro-sama just like shoots people at the festival, and he has like a bat just slamming Rika's head in. And now Rika wakes up to the spiritual world. Here she sees her sister Hanyu, and then she gives Rika the power to remember who killed her. So this might help her solve the mystery of the time loop, because Rika keeps looping like for like 90 years now. And now that she can remember who killed her, she can probably make a better decision next time. Like, avoid the evil people. But Hanyu wants to die since she's, like, trapped in this world for a long time. She's just, like, a glimpse of a memory. So she has, like, this sword, Onigari no Ryu, and it can kill someone in a time loop. And it's in the storehouse. Yeah, she's depressed, and then all her friends are there. They want to play tag and stuff. So she's like, oh, let's play hide and seek. And then she goes to the storehouse to get the sword. She finds it. It's like a little shard. And she's crying. She's all depressed now since, yeah, she can remember stuff. And then she knows, like, shit is, like, useless now. Like, she can go live her life, but then maybe one day she'll go back in the time loop. Even if she breaks the time loop, there's also, like, a thought in her head that the time loop will keep happening. But then her friends yell out for her. They find her in the hide and seek. So she gets some more inspiration, power of friendship right here. And then she says, oh, I want to go for 5 more loops before giving up. So after 5 times, she'll probably kill herself or Hanyu with the sword and just like end it all there. But if they do solve it in 5 loops, then yeah, the mystery of Higurashi will be solved. So now we have a destination for the second half of the season. Rika has memories of each time loop now, so she can make a better decision and guide Keiichi to the right path.